Hello, I'm Shirley, and in this video I'm going to share 5 foods that help me stop my low moods from developing into full-blown depression. The single most important thing that I wanted to protect while I was going through life with a narcissist and dealing with all the low moods and up and down emotions, and even when I started over again, and now that I'm dealing with the prospect of redundancy, is to help keep my moods and my mental health stable. If you're wondering what authority I have to provide nutritional advice, I'm also a qualified nutritional therapist with a 3-year diploma in nutritional therapy. The first foods I have in my diet to help keep my mood stable and depression at bay are healthy fat foods. Our brain is made up mostly of fat, and our nervous system is also lined with fat to help communicate or transfer information from one nerve to another. Healthy fat foods provide omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for our brain and our nervous system to function effectively. Not only that, but these healthy fat foods also support the production of neurotransmitters, which are the chemicals in our brain that help regulate and lift our moods. There's been a few of you who's left comments on some of my videos to say how strong I am, and I have to admit I have to give credit to having lots of these healthy fat foods in my diet, because I know that I would never be able to deal with the emotional, physical and other challenges of having to start over again without having these foods in my diet. I tend to have these foods 2 to 3 times per week, or sometimes more, to be honest, because I'll have some fish or maybe avocado as salad in my lunch, and sometimes I'll also have something with healthy fats at dinner time as well. I know not everybody is a fan of fish. If you are vegetarian and you don't really like to eat fish, other sources of good fats are avocados, olive oil, olives and nuts and seeds. Admittedly, I don't snack so much on nuts anymore because finances are a bit tight and having to budget. Nuts are really expensive now, so I just have to make do with fish and avocados and olive oil to add those good fats in my diet. The second types of food I have in my diet to help keep my mood stable and help me feel happier are fiber-rich foods or complex carbohydrates. When we have a lot of simple carbohydrates, it raises our blood sugar levels really high and really quickly. And because our body can only handle around a teaspoon of sugar at a time, our body has to release insulin to bring our blood sugar back down. And when I've had too many carbs during the day and at night in my evening meals, I tend to wake up in the middle of the night, usually around 3 or 4 o'clock, and that's because of the effects of insulin getting rid of all that sugar in my system. I'll be feeling really hungry, my heart is beating really fast, and it makes it hard to go back to sleep again. These vegetables contain fiber, which are a lot slower to digest. This means that they release their energy or their glucose slower into your body, helping to keep your energy stable and the resulting low moods, brain fog, low energy, sleepiness and jitteriness that you may feel after eating rice, potatoes, pasta or similar foods. The third foods I have in my diet to help keep me feel happier and stabilize my moods are protein-rich foods. Protein-rich foods provide amino acids, which are the building blocks for our body to make neurotransmitters that help produce those happy chemicals that help regulate our moods and our emotions. The reason I have a lot of protein in my diet is because it helps me get longer and more restful sleep. When I don't have enough protein in the day, and especially in my evening meals, I'll wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning feeling hungry and my heart will be beating fast, and it's so hard to get back to sleep again. When I haven't had enough sleep, it's so much easier to give in to negative thoughts and feelings that lead me to a downward spiral of low moods and depression. I also lose my self-confidence, which I hate the most because it makes the feeling of not being good enough even worse. I tend to have fish during the day for my lunches, so it would either be salmon or mackerel with a salad, and I'll have red meat in the form of beef or lamb in the evenings, as well as chicken, because these meats are a lot harder to digest. They slow down the digestion of the carbohydrates in our diet. This adds to our energy levels being a lot more stable as we're sleeping and have more restful sleep. If you are vegetarian and you prefer to get your protein from plant-based sources, other protein-rich foods include nuts and seeds, quinoa, tempeh, tofu, broccoli, and peas. If you're finding the information I'm sharing here helpful so far, I'd love it if you give the video a like, or even better, share it with others. This way it will help YouTube know to share this video with others who may benefit from the information I share here. The fourth foods I have in my diet to help keep my mood stable are sources of the mineral magnesium, which is really important and needed in over 300 body processes. Even though I don't have the same low moods as I had when I was living with a narcissist, I still have a lot of anxiety in my life because of my job and my finances. So here are 3 ways magnesium-rich foods help keep my emotions and my mood stable. The first reason is that magnesium is needed to support the production of the feel-good chemicals in our brain to help regulate our moods. The second and most important reason for me is that magnesium helps me to relax enough to get restful sleep. Magnesium is needed to help reduce cortisol, which is our stress hormone, and it's also really important in supporting the production of melatonin, which is our sleep hormone. When I haven't had good sleep, I feel really brain foggy and confused the next day. I'm irritable, I'm jittery, I've just got no motivation to do anything, and I just don't have the mental capacity to do anything. Because of the situation I'm in, it really gets me feeling really low because I want to do things. But if I haven't got the mental capacity because of lack of sleep, I tend to get a bit depressed. The third reason I have magnesium-rich foods in my diet is also to keep me feeling energized. I know we talked about carbohydrates helping with energy, but it's magnesium that is the battery in our cells that produce the energy from the foods that we eat. When you've got no energy, you just feel sluggish. Again, there's just no motivation to do anything, and everything just feels so much harder, and it's like climbing a mountain with a really heavy backpack in your back, and it's just a struggle to get through our day-to-day life. And this is why having lots of magnesium-rich foods helps to keep me energized through the day to help me to do what I need to do. Admittedly, I have magnesium supplements at night before I go to sleep, and that's a topic for another video, but I still need to have those magnesium-rich foods. The fifth thing I have to help keep me happy and lift my mood is plenty of water. You'll often see in my videos that I always have water around me. I think you can see it in the corner just there, that I have a glass of water. And that's because I find that if I don't have enough water during the day, my brain fog gets worse. I just don't have the mental capacity to do what I need to do during the day. And if I forget to drink water, I get such a headache, and I always know that I haven't had enough water because those symptoms start appearing. The reason that water is really important is because it's known as a universal solvent, which means that it's needed in most, if not all, body processes. But without water, our body won't be able to produce the enzymes and the acids and other chemicals that we need to digest and extract the nutrients from the food that we eat. We also need plenty of water to produce those neurotransmitters or chemicals to help regulate our moods and emotions. And this is about 565 mils of water, so I will have 5 to 6 glasses. When you're not used to having so much water, I know that it can feel overwhelming, and if you're not used to the plain taste of water, it may feel like Blech. If you do find that water is a bit bland, you can add citrus fruit or berries or whatever types of fruit you want in your water. I tend not to do that, not only because I'm happy with plain water, but also because I have sensitive teeth from the days when I used to juice. I don't really want the extra acid in my water to make the sensitivity of my teeth even worse. I hope you find the information I've shared here helpful. If you have any questions, or if there's any topics on nutrition or any other over 50 topics you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video.